Hello, and welcome back to Shahrazad Recipe Magazine. In today's edition, we're making classic Southern fried chicken, the ultimate comfort food with a perfectly golden crunchy crust and juicy, tender meat inside. This is the fried chicken that Sunday dinners are made of, with secrets passed down through generations of Southern cooks. Let's begin. First, let's gather our ingredients. You will need, for the chicken and brine, 3 pounds of chicken pieces, drumsticks, thighs, and breasts, bone-in and skin-on, 2 cups of buttermilk, 2 teaspoons of salt, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of paprika, ½ teaspoon of cayenne pepper, optional for heat. For the coating, 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 tablespoon of paprika, 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, 2 teaspoons of onion powder, 1½ teaspoons of salt, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of dried thyme, ½ teaspoon of cayenne pepper. For frying, vegetable oil or peanut oil, about 3 to 4 cups, enough for deep frying. The secret to incredibly juicy fried chicken is the buttermilk marinade. The acidity tenderizes the meat, while the coating creates that irresistible crunch. Using bone-in, skin-on chicken is essential. The bones add flavor and keep the meat moist, while the skin becomes beautifully crispy. Now, let's start cooking. Step 1. Prepare the buttermilk marinade. In a large bowl, combine the buttermilk with salt, black pepper, paprika, and cayenne if using. Whisk everything together until well blended. Add your chicken pieces to the buttermilk mixture, making sure each piece is completely submerged. Cover the bowl with plastic wrap and refrigerate for at least 2 hours, but ideally overnight. This marinating time is crucial. It allows the buttermilk to work its magic, tenderizing the meat and infusing it with flavor. The longer you marinate, up to 24 hours, the more tender and flavorful your chicken will be. If you're short on time, 2 hours is the minimum, but overnight is truly best. Step 2. Create the seasoned flour coating. In a large, shallow dish or bowl, combine the flour with all the spices: paprika, garlic powder, onion powder, salt, pepper, thyme, and cayenne. Whisk everything together thoroughly to ensure the spices are evenly distributed throughout the flour. This seasoned flour is what creates that iconic, crispy, flavorful crust. Here's a Southern secret. Take about 2 tablespoons of the buttermilk marinade and drizzle it into your flour mixture. Use your fingers to work it in, creating small clumps throughout the flour. These little clumps will create extra craggy, extra crunchy bits on your fried chicken. That's the signature texture we're looking for. Step 3. Prepare for frying. Pour oil into a large, heavy-bottomed skillet or cast iron pan to a depth of about 1½ inches. Heat the oil over medium-high heat until it reaches 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Using a thermometer is important here. Oil that's too hot will burn the coating before the chicken cooks through, while oil that's too cool will result in greasy, soggy chicken. 350 degrees is the sweet spot for golden, crispy perfection. While the oil heats, prepare your coating station. Step 4. The double-dredge technique. Remove the chicken from the buttermilk, letting excess drip off, but keeping the chicken quite wet. Place each piece into your seasoned flour, pressing firmly to coat all sides. Make sure every surface is covered. Get into all the nooks and crannies. Here's the key step. Dip the floured chicken back into the buttermilk briefly, then back into the flour for a second coat. This double dredging creates an extra thick, extra crunchy crust that stays crispy even as the chicken rests. Place your coated pieces on a wire rack and let them sit for about 5 minutes before frying. This resting time helps the coating adhere better and prevents it from falling off during frying. Step 5. Fry to golden perfection. Once your oil reaches 350 degrees Fahrenheit, carefully add the chicken pieces, starting with the larger pieces like breasts and thighs. Don't overcrowd the pan. Fry in batches if necessary. Overcrowding drops the oil temperature and results in greasy chicken. Fry for about 12 to 15 minutes, turning occasionally with tongs to ensure even browning on all sides. Listen to that beautiful sizzle. That's the sound of the coating crisping up perfectly. The chicken is done when it's deep golden brown and the internal temperature reaches 165 degrees Fahrenheit. Smaller pieces, like drumsticks, may finish in 10 to 12 minutes, while larger breasts might need the full 15 minutes. If the outside is browning too quickly, reduce the heat slightly. The coating should be a rich, deep golden color, not pale, not burned, but perfectly golden brown. Step 6. The crucial resting period. As each piece finishes frying, transfer it to a wire cooling rack set over a baking sheet. Never drain fried chicken on paper towels. They trap steam underneath, which softens that beautiful crispy crust we worked so hard to create. A wire rack allows air to circulate all around the chicken, keeping every surface crispy. Let the chicken rest for at least 5 minutes before serving. This resting time allows the juices to redistribute throughout the meat and the coating to set, making it even crunchier. I know waiting is hard when it smells this incredible, but trust me, these few minutes make a difference. And there you have it. Perfect southern fried chicken with a shatteringly crisp golden brown crust and incredibly juicy tender meat inside. Look at that beautiful color. Deep golden with those craggy, crunchy bits all over. When you bite into it, you'll hear that satisfying crunch, then taste the perfectly seasoned coating followed by the tender, flavorful chicken. Serve it hot with classic sides like coleslaw, mashed potatoes, biscuits, or corn on the cob. This is the kind of meal that brings families together around the table. Leftover fried chicken, if there is any, can be stored in the refrigerator for up to 3 days. Reheat it in a 375-degree oven for about 10 minutes to restore some of the crispiness. Though honestly, many Southerners will tell you that cold fried chicken straight from the fridge is pretty wonderful too. Thank you for joining me in today's edition of Shahrazad Recipe Magazine. If this recipe reminded you of Sunday dinners at Grandma's house, subscribe for more soul-satisfying classics every week. Until next time, happy cooking!